Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is the Walking Dead Deluxe number 98. We're so close to catching up. Walking Dead Deluxe is a reprint of The Walking Dead, except this time in color. It is written by Robert Kirkman, art by Carly Adlard, color by Dave McCaig, lettering by Rus Wooton. There we go. It also has a backup, some extra features, extra comic, and then notes from Robert Kirkman. Going through like his notes from the Walking Dead issue, and he kind of talks about his thoughts about the issue and his notes in general, and we get to compare what his notes are to the final product, which has been really, really cool. So this is a big issue. The previous one, Rick and his crew had their first meeting with the Saviors, and it went really well. Rick and them kind of jacked up the Saviors, and walked away a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant. Well, Saviors are back. We get introduced to a pretty big one. Dwight is introduced in this one, not Daryl. It's Dwight with his crossbow. And Dwight leads a small little crew against Abraham, and things don't go all that well. Where Rick and all them came away with feeling really good previously. Now it's not so much. At the end, Rick's kind of shitting his pants. We'll just throw it out there. It's an interesting issue. I mean, we've kind of seen the opening volleys in the previous issue and this one between the Saviors and Rick's crew, the Alexandria crew, and it's an interesting one. Obviously it ramps up pretty quickly, and things get bumpy. But it's solid issue because of that. Like before we saw Rick, I won't call it arrogance, but like feeling good about his plan, and here he's clearly not feeling all that good about his plan. Again, we get some interesting thing with the color. Like as I said multiple times, is like the question is the color going to distract when violent things happen, and it's not so much in this one. Like Abraham gets an arrow in the eye, not the knee, the eye, and goes down, and it doesn't really distract, and then we get to see Dwight's burnt face, and that too doesn't really distract. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be the next couple issues get pretty bloody, so I think it's going to be fascinating to see how things really go down with that. What's really also interesting, as I said, Kirkman's notes are fantastic. He goes on a long thing about planning short-term and long-term as far as stories, and he talks where he has kind of like a general idea for some things, where things are going to go, but like it's not plotted out pretty like solid. And with this, like he talked about, like he had some ideas for a couple characters and didn't like really have anything for Abraham, and was like, I'm not quite sure what to do. And he was like, maybe if we have Abraham and Eugene do like a gun battle trying to get back to Alexandria. And he's like, that doesn't work. We're just going to go and do the arrow through the eye, and it's be nice and shocking. So I think it's really intriguing to see like notes like that. He also talks about the whole Dwight thing and Daryl from the TV show, and why Daryl's never in the comic, and not quite Dwight was the answer to Daryl, but you can kind of see his Daryl-ish stuff. So it's actually really interesting to see that as well. It's something I think he's talked about, but like to see it in writing and kind of laid out, I thought was really intriguing. So overall, obviously the series is building. We all know where it's going to go for those who've read it. I think we're all prepared to read it again if we must. But the series is great to go back and reread. If you've never read it before, it's a fun way to go about with single issues. Even if you've read it before, it's really fun to go back and read it again, especially with Robert Kirkman's notes. I think that's pretty awesome. So you can go get this. Is out in shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code or tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you for that. Just watching our video support us as always, so thank you as well. If you are into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games.
you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.